Hey guys, today is a big day. We have our first Missouri Foxtrotter show of the year today, and my dad was busy, so he isn't here. So we have to get everything ready ourselves, me and my mom. So we got to get the horses bathed and groomed just to go, and then we got to get the tack ready and our clothes ready and everything. So it's going to be a long day. So. We're going to bring you along with us to show you what we do to get ready for a show. This show is pretty close. It's probably only like 30 minutes away.
And it's not even...
It's one of the small... It's the smallest show of the year, too.
And I don't even know if it's like for just Missouri Foxtrotter, just also just a fun show. And it's just up the road from us. So it's just kind of, we use it as like a practice. Yeah. Kind of. Yeah. It's pretty relaxed. So who is this in front of you?
We're taking two horses today. This is Lucky. This is my sister's horse, technically. So we're taking Lucky, and then we're taking Ozark.
Yep. And because the show's just up the road, we're actually going to leave Happy here, right?
Yeah, we're going to leave Happy in a stall. And she's a few months old now, and they're kind of used to being separated at this point.
We've been practicing.
We've been practicing it. I ride every night, and so I put her baby in a stall while I ride, and so they're used to being separated for a little while. And Happy's good at, she loves grain and she loves hay, so she'll be fine.
And we'll put a horse next to her too.
Yeah, it'll only be a few hours that we're gone, so
she'll be fine. Yeah. Okay, let's get started. So we wanted to get the baths done and out of the way so the horses had time to dry and we had time to braid their mane and tail. So Lucky was up first. And a fun little fact about Lucky, her registered name is Lucky Me, Lucky You, which we think is really cute. And Lucky is probably one of our gentlest horses we've ever had. She is so sweet, but when you give her a bath, she hates her head being sprayed with the water. Just a little pet peeve she has. She doesn't ever do anything, but she doesn't like it. We've had a few people ask us about the steps in giving a horse a bath, and it's super simple. It's just the same as if you were getting in the shower. You rinse off, then you soap up, then you rinse off. The only thing we do a little bit different is usually, not all the time, we'll get the body all clean, soap it up, rinse it off, and then we start on the tail and mane. We'll put the shampoo in first, and then you rinse it out, and then you put the conditioner in, and then you do one last rinse on the conditioner.
Another fun fact about Lucky is she is an easy keeper. Very easy keeper. You have to be really careful with her. She's almost like got the metabolism of a pony, I think. Like if you
I guess she's not easy. She's hard.
She's
in the opposite way.
Yeah, opposite. And like we even have to be careful. Like if it's really rich springtime grass, you have to be really careful putting her out. She
blows up pretty.
Yeah. Of course, she's never foundered or anything like that. It's just
she's gotten pretty chubby.
She just gets very chubby.
Her body is just kind of looks like chubby. Like
well, she's like a stocky. Yeah, she's built like that. Just stocky, strong built horse. Yeah, she is muscly too.
Another thing we do, you just saw Becca brushing her mane out. The conditioner was actually still left in there, and that's really handy to do it that way. Some people do it that way too. They brush their hair out with the conditioner in, and then they rinse it out, and that's exactly what we did there with Lucky. It really makes getting the tangles out a lot easier. And then Becca is using a tool right here to scrape the water off. It just really helps in the drying process, hurries it up a little bit. And this is actually a sweat scraper, I think is what this tool is called.
Okay, this is show sheen. It makes your horse shiny for the show ring. It also can act as a detangler for their mane and tail.
We tend to usually put the show sheen on after a bath when the horse is still wet, but you can also use it on them when they're dry.
Okay, we got the fan on Lucky, and we got Ozark and Happy in the barn now. And now it's Ozark's turn for a bath. Tell everybody hello? Huh? Hi. Does Happy want a bath?
No, he's too little.
I'm trying to talk Becca into taking Happy and Ozark down to the river. See if Happy will go swimming though. That'd be fun.
Ozark really didn't seem too thrilled about her bath. She looks pretty grumpy here. Happy's doing really well with her halter and lead rope, and she'll even stand now tied up quietly, but Becca felt bad making her stand there the whole time that Mama was having her bath, so she took her halter off so she could come over and kind of see what was going on. And of course, Happy was very interested, and she kind of seemed to like the water splashing everywhere.
What's a fun fact about Ozark that the channel doesn't know?
She wasn't supposed to have a baby.
They already know that. I know a fun fact about Ozark. I don't know if we've ever mentioned her registered name. At least this year we haven't. But her registered name is Ozark Anthem. And when we got her, her registered name was actually...
Agent Millie.
No. At first was American Honey, which we really loved that name. But then, and that was like the day like we were bringing her home, reading her papers. But then Becca realized
It said she didn't have a star.
her
And I'm
registration papers.
I'm like, my horse has a star.
Yeah. Anyways, we accidentally given the wrong registration papers, but it's a friend of ours, so he just gave us the correct papers. And then on her actual real registration papers, her name was Agent Millie, but we switched it to Ozark Anthem. Miss Ozark, huh? How old was Ozark when you got her, Becca?
She just turned 2, I think.
She just turned 2. And Becca actually trained Ozark. She'd never been trained or messed with. Was she halter broke when you got her?
Yeah, she was very friendly.
Very
she
friendly?
loved people, but she'd never been rode or anything.
Yeah.
And I broke her by myself and like got her trail riding, and then when we decided it was time to start training her for show, my dad helped me with that part.
So JR and Becca trained her for the shows, but Becca trained her as in to be ridden herself. What's a fun fact about Happy? What does the channel not know about Happy? Oh, Happy likes to run away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so whenever we have her mama out and Becca's riding her here in the barn, Happy runs away down the road to see Legacy, and Legacy is her best friend right now. And she will not come back.
Yeah, I have to go catch her with a whole.
Yeah, Becca has to go catch her. But last night we just left her down there and she just stood there and played with him while Ozark was being ridden.
Too, right?
Huh?
You were out there watching her too, right?
Yeah, I was out there feeding and stuff, so, and it was perfectly fine, yeah. We were watching her, yeah.
I wouldn't leave my baby out there alone.
Yeah, no. Well, out there is our yard, so it's not, and I said down the road, you can look out the barn and it's right there. It's not, it's our yard where she went.
Well, I just meant I was very protective over my little baby horse.
Yes. Ozark and Becca the mamas. She's getting pretty dark.
Yeah,
Shedding off. I guess she'll just be the color of mama pretty much. I don't know.
I'd say so.
Her mane's coming
Might
in.
not have quite as a red tint, but
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Her mane's coming in really dark, and you can see her ear tips are dark too. We'll see. And she still kind of has that dun stripe. I'm curious what it looks like when she her back sheds off.
Shed off the same color.
Yeah. Okay, time for the rinse off.
So we were talking about what color Happy is shedding off as, and in our breed, the Missouri Foxtrotter, she would be considered a sorrel, and Ozark and Lucky would also be considered sorrels, even though they're different shades. It's just basically a red color.
Lucky's almost dry. Ozark's all clean, so time to move on to cleaning Tack.
Nope.
No?
Time to move on to braiding mane and hair.
Oh, time to move on to braiding mane and hair.
Mane and tail.
Oh, time to move on to braiding mane and tail. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So while Ozark is over there drying, I'm gonna start braiding Lucky's mane and tail. So this is the before. Okay, and this is the after. I don't know if you can see very good. The lighting. Got her tail braided. Good girl. Okay, so Ozark is still, she's right over there, and she's still a little damp. So I'm just gonna go right into clipping up Lucky now. Do this. We have a bridle path. I gotta clip that up on her. Also clip up the edging around their feet right here. And then the little bit of shagginess that grows off the back of their hock. There's your bridle path now. Looking good. And her feet. Okay, so I'm gonna do one last thing with her and then we'll probably be done till the show with Lucky. I'm gonna put some hoof black on her hoofs. Okay, I have my hoof black. This is what we use. If you ever wanna do this, you don't wanna get it up in their fur. So to get closest to this line without touching their fur, you can rotate it towards yourself and then get it right up underneath this line without getting it on their fur. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, I finished putting on the hoof black. That's what her feet look like now. If you do use this hoof black, I would recommend putting on like a hoof conditioner afterwards because it can dry their feet out. I mean, it's not horrible for their feet, but it will dry them out. So I always like to put hoof conditioner on afterwards. Okay, so now I just have to repeat all of these steps on Ozark, and then both the horses will be ready for the show tonight. Okay, so we finished Ozark now. She's got her mane and tail braided. Got the hoof black on. There you go. Okay, now I'm gonna get her and Lucky some hay and situated in their own stalls. And then we gotta move on to Tack. Okay, I don't know if we've ever showed you, but this is our tack shed. It's a little bit of a mess right now. We had to move some stuff around, but this is our storage corner. And it's time to break out the show bucket, which is that blue bin underneath everything. So let's start clearing some stuff up. Well, I got it out. I ended up breaking the edge of the bucket, so I had to turn the camera off. But let's open this up. See what's inside. We have this beautiful purple blanket from, I'm pretty sure this is from one of our YouTube supporters, so thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Ozark shows in gold, so this is her gold stuff right here. And then Lucky shows in blue. Ooh, here's Ozark's gold brow band or nose band. I don't know which one this is. But we gotta put this on her bridle, and we have to do the same thing for Lucky, so we gotta find all their stuff. We just happen to have the blue is why we use that on Lucky. But we want to get her a new color. So if you guys can think of any colors that you think would look good on Lucky, comment them below. If you can't tell on the video, I don't know how well you can see their colors, but Lucky is a pretty orange undertoned horse. So she's really hard to find a color for her that would look good on her. With the Missouri Foxtrotter shows, we like to have colors that really pop on the horse and that you can really see, especially at nighttime, because that's when we show. And the reason why we want the colors to pop on the horse is because we want the judges to be looking at us. This is what I'm using on Ozark. This is her saddle blanket. Pretty, nice and gold, shiny. Here's her ribbons. Okay, so here is Lucky's blanket, this blue one. And then I'm looking for their brow bands. I can't find them right now though. Here's her ribbons. Okay, so this is the brow band. And then right here I have Ozark's nose band. So as you can see, they're pretty like dusty and they're a little stiff. So we're gonna have to clean and oil these. You can see there's some mold on them. That just happens. They've been sitting in a tote outside in our tack shed for half a year now, so we got to clean them up every time we get them out, but they're pretty gorgeous. And then here is
Lucky's no band. Her brow band is already on her bridle, but it needs cleaned up too. So we'll have to oil these and clean them and condition them so they're ready to go.
Okay, so we were actually rummaging through all of our show stuff, and we forgot, or we didn't forget, but I've had this saddle pad that one of our viewers sent us for Classy in with our show stuff. I was waiting for JR to start riding Classy to use it, but we threw it on Lucky here, and the girls are thinking they really love the purple on her, and we could just multi-use the saddle blanket. Classy can use it next. And then this actually is Classy's halter too. It's a lighter purple, but we're thinking it looks pretty. What do you think, Mary?
I like it.
Yeah, Mary's saying.
Best color that we've seen on her.
Yeah, the best color we've seen on
Doesn't
her.
make her look orange like a pumpkin.
Yeah, so we also have, hold this one up next to her. It's like a turquoise color and it really pops, but Mary was saying it brings out the orange, like she really looks orange when she has it on, so we're thinking about the purple, but let us know in the comments what you guys think. Because we could use this saddle blanket, because we have it, then all we'd have to get is the head stall and ribbons. So it'd be pretty easy. And then of course Mary's, we'd have to find a shirt for Mary. Oh, what was the other color? Oh, we were thinking about black. You have black on, turn around. So the only thing, I think black would look gorgeous on, really pretty on her. I can't say that word.
Gorgeous?
Yeah, but the only thing with black is our shows are always at night. So it might not pop unless we could find something with like insane sparkle.
Yeah, but then it just turns into being silver.
Silver, yeah, that's true.
Then I'd just be showing her in silver.
But it would be like a really classy look, is
Especially
the only
with
thing.
Becca doing gold and then me in silver.
Yeah,
Pretty much. Except we try to show more black.
yeah.
It'd be cool.
So I think the choice is,
Pictures.
yeah, it would be really pretty. And it
I
wouldn't,
have black tied into my gold too.
and the only thing about the neutral colors is it doesn't like take away from the horse either.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, let us know in the comments what you guys think. So it's, I think it's come down to purple,
Lime green, teal, or black.
Or black.
With silver.
yeah, with sparkles.
sparkles.
Yeah, if we can find something like that. Okay, I got everything, well, I think, that I need laid out on this table. So this is Ozark's bridle, and Lucky's, their nose bands, brow bands. This is my little box I made of all my oils and stuff for leather cleaners. And then we got their ribbons and their saddle pads. And then I got Jewel sitting next to me. Hi, baby. Hi, hon. So I always start out cleaning the leather first before I condition it. What I do is I take a rag. This is just an old kitchen rag we didn't use anymore. And I clean it off in the water. I actually get it damp first. And then I put the cleaner, whatever cleaner of your choice is, onto the damp rag. So I have two types of cleaner. There's this leather new is what it's called, step 1. This cleans, conditions, and shines, it says, in one easy step. And then I also have this cleaner. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter which one to use. We're gonna put conditioner over it anyways. Oh, and I think this is the step 2 to this, so it's like the same brand. But we're gonna go in with this first. Just spray it onto my rag. We're gonna start with Ozark's nose band. Cavison. This is a cavison. I couldn't think of what it was called. Okay, so I just do a quick wipe down first of the whole thing. Even on this. Okay, now we're gonna unbuckle everything. Make sure we get all the little creases and stuff cleaned out good. So let's get these wiped down really good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and clean all of these, both the bridles and this cavison, and then we will start conditioning the leather. Okay, so we just got all of these wiped down. As you can see, they look a lot better already. Now we're gonna put some conditioner on them. They're a little stiff because they've been just sitting in that box. I think I might use this one. This one makes them really shiny, but it's almost gone, so I think I'm gonna use that on the saddle. This one can stain them sometimes, so I think I'll just use this one. Okay, let's get started on that. Okay, so I just finished oiling all the bridles and the cabesons. So now I have to get this gold brow band put back onto Ozark's bridle. Okay, so let's take her bridle now. So make sure I put it on right. Okay, so I just have to put this back on both sides and then we'll be done with it. I'll show you once I finish. Okay, so we finished. Here's Ozark's gold bridle and headstall, and here is Lucky's. Next on the list, I'm going to clean up the blue blanket, and then I'm going to clean and oil our saddles and have all the tack cleaned and ready to go. I need to clean off the saddle pad because it's a little dusty. And I've never done this before, but I'm gonna try to use our leaf blower, I guess is what it is. One of our subscribers got us this, donated this to our channel, and it has been a lifesaver. We use it to clean off the pad. I've used it on one of my horse's tails to make it dry faster. It's been awesome to have. We've used it to dust off our saddles, everything. So I'm also going to try to use it to clean off a saddle pad. So let's see how it works. Okay, that worked pretty good. It was pretty clean anyways, but it just kind of had some sawdust and it was pretty dusty and stuff. Blew all the sawdust off and hay. That was awesome. Okay, I got the saddles cleaned up. It wasn't very good, but good enough for tonight. I'm a little bit behind schedule, so I kind of had to rush it. This is my saddle, my horse's bridle and everything, and then here's Lucky's bridle and my sister's saddle. And then we got the blankets and ribbons in there.
So even though that was a lot that Becca showed, there was so much more to the day, to getting ready. Stalls had to be cleaned. The horse trailer was full of new shavings, so that had to be put away. And those were actually from reviewers. So thank you so much for that. We really, really appreciated it. And then before we could go, everything that we needed to take had to be loaded into the horse trailer's tack room. So it's really a lot that goes into getting ready for one show like this. So it pretty much takes the whole day to get ready to go.
Okay, we got the whole tack room loaded now with everything we need, hopefully. We'll still do one quick run through of everything before we leave. But right now, I guess I gotta go take a shower and get ready to go. And then hopefully we'll leave within the next 30 minutes to an hour. We made it. Just got here.
Like we said earlier, this show is not far from us, just up the road, so not a long drive. And once we got there, we just unloaded the horses, walked them around a bit to loosen them up, and then brushed them out and started tacking them up so that they could be warmed up before the show would start. We were actually late, which seems to happen quite a bit for our family. So the arena was already closed because the show was about to start. So we went back to a little grassy field right by the showgrounds and warmed the horses up back there. So the show ended up going pretty late. I don't think we got back until like 2:30 in the morning. They kind of combined the show with some Western classes. A bunch of 4-H kids came up with horses. There were a lot of mules there and just different events. And it was a lot of fun for families to go out and do it. There were not very many gaited horses there, just a small handful, but it didn't really matter. We really went to just practice, get the horses out and about, have a little bit of fun, and have a good time. The show went so much later than we expected, and Ozark was definitely ready to get back to her baby, to Happy. Happy did perfectly fine though, away from Ozark. She had feed and water and hay, and of course her babysitter Patty. She wasn't stressed, and she was a pretty happy camper, so that all went really good. But of course she was very happy to see her mama once she got home. We didn't get any of that on film. It was late and we were exhausted. Becca worked very hard getting ready for this show, and she did awesome, her and Ozark. And she kind of took over the filming earlier, getting ready for the show. She wanted to try her hand at it, and we thought she did a really good job. So if you can, make sure to give her a thumbs up. If you have any questions or just want to say howdy, make sure to drop us a comment. And if you haven't yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell for future videos. Before ending this video, we want to make sure to say a few thank yous from folks sending items from our Amazon wish list. You can find that in the description of the videos. This little battery operated leaf blower is from Amy, and me and Becca are in love with this thing. It is a lifesaver for cleaning out the barn and doing different things. So thank you so much, Amy. And then we got this really beautiful leather bridle. I believe our Patreon members, Lori and James, picked this up somewhere and sent it to us, and we sure appreciate it. This will definitely be put to use on our farm. So thank you so much, Lori and James. And then we got another Quest Plus dewormer, which we have already used, and a deep humidifier for our tack room, which is perfect. We really needed this. There was no note, so I don't know who it was from, but thank you very much. We really hope you enjoyed this little before the show video. It is a lot of work, but we've done it since our kids were little bitty, and it's just something we love to do, and it really holds a special place in our hearts. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you next time. God bless you all.